What's up guys, welcome back for another YgoPro duel video. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. Finally it's time to unleash this beast. We have Zoodiacs from 2017 right before Link format versus Nekroz. Nekroz from 2015, so the list has been changed. This is post full power Nekroz being, triple Brionek, triple prep I believe. Etc, etc, but this version still has the triple Unicore sub-engine with the performances boosting up those rank 4 exceed plays, but in the Zoodiac matchup not that fantastic, basically an extra beatstick or threatening your opponent with something like Excite and Knight. Second list we have Zoodiacs, at least after like a lot of discussion with friends from locals, so many lists that were options or had the options to put in or was like an option to be used for the Cross-Banlist Cup series, but eventually went with Tom Payne's list from the World Championship, the European World Championship qualifier back in 2017. Not with Barbary's list, that particular list named Shuffle Reborn, but well, this list had like Raigeki and Darko over that in the main deck. But again, which deck has the advantage? And again, over 1,000 votes, like always. Thanks very much. Upper right corner, next matchup, feel free to leave your prediction. But as you saw, most people, 70-ish%, opted that Zoodiacs would win this one. And they do definitely have the advantage, I believe, over Nekroz. Couple of reasons. Ash Blossom is one of those easy advantages over basically any other deck. And I'm looking at the Zoodiac engine on its own is like a broken mechanic of a one-card Exceed summon. But let's not forget the access, and that was Tom Payne's list with the access to triple barrier. Barbary's list, first place list, was only running one dimensional barrier in the main deck, but that's like not the only reason why I preferred Tom Payne's list for this cup. Anyway, this is the problem. Him going first here in game number 1, this is a huge, well, it's like a huge letdown, since if he goes first, he has the option to, well, of course, draw into Dimensional Barrier and immediately set it, and that's a problem. I mean, if he can, make some extra pluses off of his Zoodiac engine, that's not really that big of a deal, since Unicore can just equalize the score, equalize the playing field with a couple of beatsticks next to it and shut down or immediately shut down a Trident on his part. And it's the fact that if he has barrier, that's a different case, or protection to put, let's say, the Unicore face down like Book of Moon, right? But anyway, and this is of course again another problem, since, what is it called, Lycoris I believe its name is, can reborn or, opts or gives Zoodiac the option to go for a second Trident, reborning Trident, etc, etc, but the biggest problem here is, and that's something I personally overlooked as well, is that Unicore only negates monsters special summoned from the extra deck, so it won't negate the Trident that was special summoned off of Lycoris. But again, okay, I still have Gungear, very important in this matchup by the way, protecting the Unicore against Trident, if, Unicore is negated by Dimensional Barrier, for example, negating itself or preventing itself from being destroyed by, the Trident pop. But yeah, it's so crucial against the double Dark Hole and the Raigeki in its main deck. It's sadly not an out against, what is it called? Enemy Controller, right, or Book of Moon, but that's how it is. So game number 2, I get to start, and my opening hand is not that fantastic. I see Decisive Armor, Gungear, I need Gungear, but to protect my Unicore, that's how I have to win or have to play this game. But now that I see is that leaving the, is it Manju? I believe it's Manju. That might have been a mistake. I think I could have played this a little bit differently, getting rid of the Manju and, well, getting Unicore definitely on the field in the same part, and of course with getting those extra advantages out of those summons as well. But since I was always going to flip over Emptiness, I think, right? Since there is like Nifty, or at least he can go for Trident during his turn and set a barrier, so you can barrier during your opponent's turn, prevent your opponent from going for the ritual summon if I use any ritual spell, and then the face-up Unicorn on the field will also be negated, so his Trident will be live. So that's something, I have to play around. I mean, there are so many things that you have to think about it. Okay, so 1-1, that was good. I mean, that's my strategy. Protect the Unicore, I guess. Go full in with, or all in with Unicore and Emptiness here in this situation. So going second again. Not really sure here. The Trident is fine, but only normal summon of, what was it, Viper or whatever. Not the regular Molmoret combo into Ram, you know, that standard delicious stuff. Going for Hammer Kong, I believe, is not that great. You probably should have gone for, like, what is it, Broad Bull? Yeah, indeed, Broad Bull to potentially get another search, especially if he has Barrier or something like that. Then he will be sure that I can only get one monster on the field, so he can just Trident that, and then, you know, Broad Bull will get those extra searches. Anyway, he does opt to go for the one of Trident, since I think he had the option, thanks to Lycurus, to put another Trident. Well, go for double Trident play, I guess, but well, opting to go for the Dagusto Emerald is fine as well. The cat does have a couple of beat sticks, not really sure if he was able to attack for game. Well, with damage juggler here in hand, of course he was not able to attack for game, but I still need to be sure, or, you know, Valk can still play, at least he can definitely play around Valkyrus, you know, Trident popping something and prevent Valk from targeting something, if I'm correct with that ruling, right? Anyway, so there's so many searches, these one card exceeds, that's Zoodiacs, right? If you haven't played it during that format, it's quite special on one hand, but on the other hand, the format had so much shenanigans, it's crazy stuff. Anyway, he does go for the double Trident play, and he should be able to attack for game this turn. The enemy controller gives him the Book of Moon play, I guess, to put something face down and dodge Velk, I guess. But in the long run, I don't think, well, I had to burn my Velk here in this situation, otherwise it would have been game over, but him preventing the Valkyries from resolving didn't really matter too much, but yeah, what can I do? Double Trident, 4 back rows, what can I do, right? Borbo attacking directly as well, so yeah, what can I do, right? Game number 4, again, I have the advantage, I start off. Well, eventually, I mean, Nekroz can definitely play around one hand trap. Let's say if he has Ash Blossom, that's fine. One less search is cool. This deck is basically Google. You can search your entire deck, right? You know how Nekroz works. I had 2 options. I think I had the option to go for both Unicorn and Valk on the field, but eventually go for, this might be a strange move, but I think it was okay as well to go for Emerald first, getting an extra draw. And of course I was sure, and that's again my priority number 1, to get Unicorn on the field as well. Okay, it will shut down my Dagusto Emerald, but you know, if he does have the like delicious opening hand of getting rid of Unicorn, let's say he put it in defense with Econ or Book of Moon or whatever, my Dagusto Emerald will be live. So that was my thought process. The same move here as I talked before, you know, putting Trident on the field, using Dimensional Barrier during your opponent's turn, shut down your opponent's Unicorn, and then, you know, Emerald will be live, etc, etc. But again, that was my thought process, and it eventually worked out in this situation. Of course, there might be situations where that play was absurdly bad, but yeah, whatever, right? He does go for his strongest Exceed play, not counting in the Zoodiac monsters, gaining the extra attack boost for each attached material. So dropping Decisive Armor, and not really sure if he has any options. Torrential Tribute might have been his only out here, but then I still have Gun Gear as a protection for Unicorn, so I think I had to go for the push to make the yeah, you know, the big play. So 2-2, kinda exciting, right? I see my opening hand in game number 5, and I was like, okay, this is like a super delicious opening hand. Going second as well, but there is one big problem here. If he has Ash Blossom, that's fine, I can play around Ash Blossom. Ghost Ogre is not a big deal. Maxi might be a big deal. Well, not really, I guess. I mean, it might get like 1 draw, maybe 2 draws, since my plan was here to go for Trishula first, and you know, sacrificing Assured, searching out Clauselus, and you know, Clauselus going for you know, the Kaleidoscope and getting Unicorn on the field. Unicorn eventually, well, Herald will search out something to protect Unicorn, and then I would have like a super delicious field. Unicorn protected, shut down his Exceed place, and you know, he would have needed like multiple outs for Unicorn with protection, by the way. But he flips over Barrier. Okay, that's cool. Not really sure if he's able to OTK. There is no what is it called, Thoroughblade in his graveyard to, well, you know, attach, thanks to what is it called, Tiger Mortar. It has been like 2 years last since I played Zeus. Well, yeah, not countering in the Challenger Peer series, right? But Yeah, well, they were double Trident and again one set. So I think my only option here is make the same series of plays, or try to make the same series of plays, is in searching my, well, one of the ritual spells, not Kaleidoscope, trying to go for Trishula, getting rid of some cards on the field, and then, you know, sure, it will search Clauseless. Clauseless eventually will get Unicorn on the field, getting another search, etc, etc, but nope. Nope, the second barrier decides not to give me that option, and yeah, just flexing, I guess, with the Maxi as well. Yeah, he can dodge Felgrite, so what can I do in game number 5? So my opening hand was superb. This was, I think, the best opening hand I had from 5 games, but no, sadly, I can't do anything against double barrier. That's how it is. Zeus is very strong, it has a very strong main engine, and it's just backed up with powerful hand traps and powerful traps. Even though this match ended up 2-3, I still agree with Zoodiacs adding in or being added in the tournament. I mean, if I see again at other decks, the power level is much higher compared to previous series of the Cross-Banlist Cup, so I think it's still justified, but again, it was very close. Draco Pals and Fluffals next. Feel free to leave your prediction up right corner, or, you know, just leave a comment if you want. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks so much again. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.